All right, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We will begin with an opening statement from Coach Holtman in just a few moments, then go to questions. We ask that you use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you are called on, please state your name and affiliation. Coach Holtman, a brief opening statement and then to questions.
Well, I want to first begin by giving Oral Roberts credit. I thought they really played well as we expected they would. I thought their two players that obviously concerned us were terrific. So give them, their coaches, their players, their program, the university, a lot of credit for this win. I think we had no illusions that this was going to be by any stretch, anything other than a really challenging game, and it obviously was that from the very jump. So ultimately, too many missed shots, too many missed free throws, but give them credit for making the plays. Congratulations to them for moving on.
All right, thank you, Coach. Now we'll go to questions from the media. Again, use the raise hand function to indicate you want to ask a question. Our first question comes from Kevin McCaskill from FP Sports. Kevin, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I'm Kevin McCaskill Jr. from FP Sports, Springfield, Massachusetts. Your team had 15 turnovers this afternoon. Was that a result of Oral Roberts' defense or your team being careless or nonchalant with the ball?
Yeah, I thought we had a few careless ones, Kevin, but I give them credit for their activity, too. I thought we had a few careless ones in the first half, and they dug down and got a few offensive rebounds and a few turnovers off of some post-ups, but give them credit for that activity.
All right, again, if you have a question for Coach Holtman, please use the raise hand function and we will get to you. Coach, I know the season just ended. I'll go ahead and take the next question. Did any chance to put the season into perspective? I know it's very fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you're a 2 seed, that kind of speaks for itself. I thought our guys had a terrific season. This is obviously a really, really bitter end to a terrific season, but we'll own that and accept it, and we'll move forward.
Okay, our next question comes from Rob Aller. Rob, please unmute yourself.
Chris, just didn't look like the guys kind of were all there today. I don't know if that's fair or not. Can you explain the mindset going in? Did you feel like something was off, or just give me your perspective of the vibe?
Yeah, Rob, I thought the vibe was really good. I thought our preparation was really good. I thought that we just had too many missed opportunities, too many turnovers, too many empty possessions on offense. Did not think we had a great start. That's my fault. But no, I thought they were. They were as ready as they've been all season.
Anyone else with additional questions for Coach? Please use the raise hand function. All right, it looks like Rob has a follow-up. Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, Dwayne had the green light there, not the very end, but when he took the shot, he didn't go inside to EJ. Was there thought of maybe trying to draw the foul, or explain the thinking, how you drew that up?
The regulation play?
Yes.
Yeah, that was, we were just trying to get in space and get downhill. yeah, we were trying to get in space, get him to his left hand, get downhill off of a ghost action. So
Well, we have time for a few more questions for Coach. If you'd like to ask him a follow-up, please raise your hand and we will get to you. Coach, I'll take the next one. Some words on this year's seniors, all that they've been through this season, and sort of what they mean to the program.
you know, listen, I've spoken often about C.J. Walker and Kyle Young and what they've meant to our program. They've been phenomenal people, players, advocates of what our program, we want our program to be about. Tremendous leaders, great competitors. Obviously, we're hoping Kyle gets back healthy in a timely fashion, but I know he's hurting for his teammates. And I know he would have loved to have been out there, but, you know, certainly was the right decision to hold him out. So CJ's a tremendous kid. You know, he's a tremendous kid, tremendous leader. And they're everything we want our seniors to be about.
All right, we've got one more question from Rob. Rob, go ahead.
Apologize if you've already been asked this, Chris, came in late, but EJ did play hard. EJ looked like, other than a couple turnovers that were kind of odd, were you pleased with his performance?
Yeah, it was a tough matchup for him defensively because of how we had to switch. You know, it was a tough matchup for us, tough matchup for him. He'd extend a lot of energy at the other end. You know, they're really good, and their two players are really good in those pick and roll spots. So, yeah, I thought, you know, I'm proud of EJ, proud of the sophomore year he had. You know, proud of the kid he is, and he's you know, he had a tremendous sophomore year.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, Coach, thank you very much for your time today. We will be joined by C.J. Walker momentarily. Again, please use this time to raise or lower your hand if you have a question for C.J. Okay. Our first question for C.J. comes from Rob Aller. Rob, go ahead.
CJ, this one's hard to stomach just from your perspective. You guys never really got going the first half, and then, you know, it got close, and they just made plays, and you guys didn't. What did it feel like out there when it was slipping away?
Basically, like you just said, they made some big time plays in the second half and in overtime, and we didn't. We didn't take advantage of turnovers and missed shots, you know, in transition, things that we usually do to take advantage of. And we just didn't. Obviously, like you said, it hurts. This is my last time putting on an Ohio State jersey, you know, playing in this moment, you know, in this atmosphere. So it really hurts a lot. But I'm not going to let this define me, you know, Ohio State program in itself, and, you know, the future to come. So it was just one of the moments, you know, you got to take to the chin, you know, figure out, you know, how to get better. Yeah.
Anyone else with a question for CJ, please raise your hand. Okay, Rob, go ahead.
So you guys look like for a while there were just settling for the threes when it seemed like you didn't do that. You actually attacked the basket. Did it feel a little like just the whole game was odd, like things just weren't adding up? Why didn't you guys go to the hoop more, I guess?
It was just a Florida game. I feel like our team is, you know, we take a lot of threes. We've done that all season. We made a lot of threes. So that's just us as a team. Unfortunately, we just weren't hitting as many as we usually do. So, yeah, and that's just part of my game, getting to the basket and making two people guard me.
just facilitating, scoring, whatever I need to do, you know, in order to win the game or what's best for our offensive possession. So it was just something that we didn't take advantage of. At some points of the game, I did feel like we settled just a little bit. A shout out to Oral Roberts. You know, they're a really good team. They had a really good defensive game plan, and they just took advantage of that.
All right, Rob, go ahead.
How challenging is it in a situation like this when it's 2 versus 15? I know you guys say, you know, it's a tournament, anything can happen. You've seen it happen. To not let down a little bit going into this. I mean, how much of it in terms of mental preparation, how challenging is it to get up for a 15, even though they have the, you know, leading scorer in the nation?
It's most definitely challenging just because, you know, Big Ten tournament last week, we played really well against some really good teams. Purdue, Illinois, Michigan, you know, we beat those teams, obviously not in the championship, but we played really good against, you know, top opponent teams. So coming into this game, it's most definitely mental over physical. So we just kind of took it for granted thinking we could just come in here and win a game. Obviously, like you said, in March, you can't do that. So again, Oral Roberts just took advantage of that, and they made the right plays at the right time.
All right, any additional questions for CJ? Looks like we've got another one from Rob Aller. Rob, go ahead.
CJ, what'd you think of their guard? I mean, he was burying him from everywhere. How demoralizing is that?
I wouldn't say demoralizing. He's a really great player. He's the #1 scorer in the country for a reason. He just displayed that tonight. Made a lot of tough shots, made some big-time baskets. We made it hard as possible. He just made shots. That's obviously what he's done all season. So, you know, you just got to tip off your hat to him. He's a really good player, and he just had a really good night for him and his team.
Any additional questions for CJ? Okay, CJ, thank you for your time.
Appreciate y'all.
Congratulations on a great season. That's it for this post-game news conference. A transcript of Coach Holtman's interview will be provided by ASAP Sports and posted along with a recording of this press conference on the NCAA Digital Media Hub at www.ncaa.veritone.com. Thank you for joining us.